Okay, your team, just the selections, can you just talk us through those?
We're excited about the game, and we think we've got a good 23, good mix between a strong start and a strong finish as well. Northampton, a team we played in the semi-finals last year, as you're all aware. So it was, it was a very, very tough game. If you remember, in Croke Park, we started the game well. Northampton came back into the game and they looked a stronger team at the end. So again, I think it's important we get the balance between who we have starting and who we have coming off the bench. So listen, I don't want to go into the specifics of it unless you particularly want to talk specifics on anything there. But listen, we think we've got a good group, and hugely excited to be here again. It's amazing to be at this stage of the tournament. So hopefully there's a good atmosphere, and listen, our guys hopefully will start the game well and showcase what the team is about ultimately, because that's what we want. You know what I mean? So, but the group of they've worked away well over the course of the season. Particularly since we've come back off the Six Nations and come back together, because there's all the bits to get us to this point, and that's the beauty about the competition in many ways, isn't it? Because you start off the season, you're coming off November Internationals. We're away in Bristol for the first round. We're not quite sure what a lot of the different combinations are going to look like. We play Claremont here the week after. Then you have different bits going on at Christmas time, and you have the January games. We're away in La Rochelle, where we pull off a good win over there, and come back here against Aviva for the game against Bath. Then, as I said, you've 8, 9, 10 week break before you play your last 16 game, which is across the other side of the city in Croke Park, and then we're back here 6 days later for quarter final against Glasgow. So again, following on from 2 good performances, and there's a genuine, I think, excitement from the players to want to play again together, to have that feeling that they've had the last time they have played in this competition. So hopefully we all see that tomorrow, or hopefully all the people who come out to support us, most importantly, will see that. So there are special occasions. Listen, we love this tournament, and hopefully we can put on a big show, and the selection hopefully reflects that.
Huge boost origin fit for the
Yeah, it was nothing. I know he came off in that game against Ulster, but he was training the following Monday, so there was no issues there.
And a reward, final one for me, reward for Max Stephen and Tommy O'Brien, particularly, 2 lads who have been outstanding for you. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. You think we, again, talking about coming off the Six Nations, there was a group that didn't travel to South Africa, but Max captained the team the second week. He was outstanding over there, so Tommy played the 2 games as well. So that Sharks game gave everyone a good lift. I thought it was great, in terms of, up against a very experienced Sharks team, lots of Springboks in that team, but there's qualities on display, even though there's a lot of young players in the mix there. There was qualities on display, I think, that everyone wants to be associated with. So listen, those guys were great over there. And, that's just not just those 2, but listen, if whoever's in the 23 has deserved to get in there, because it's a very competitive group. There's lots of guys that have missed out that have haven't done a huge amount wrong either. So which is, again, it's important for the squad, as we know, trying to manage 2 competitions. Thank you.
Leo, I know you mentioned there when you're talking about your team, if we stay on the team for a minute, that you want strong starters and finishers. Just on the decision not to start Geordie, and Geordie starts on the bench, just your thinking behind that, I suppose?
I think he'll deliver a good impact off the bench, yeah. Jack's doing media up the corridor there as well. Another player, lots of people might do things slightly differently, but just the way the game is going now, I think the impact is hugely important. So, and because he gives that bit of versatility as well, is hugely important as well.
Was there a strong temptation to start him?
Yeah. A strong temptation to start lots of guys, so which is good, because, as I said, you need that level of competition.
In terms of the game last year, I know you mentioned it was Croke Park, was quite different, but what do you take from what you did against this opposition 12 months ago?
Bits and pieces, I think, that you can always learn about an opposition and it's probably more how they set up from a coaching point of view. You get a deeper understanding of some of the individuals that they have and the threats that they have in their team. You look at yourself with a very critical eye, I think. So you've seen how these matchups, I know the teams are both very different this time around. Well, as I don't actually know what the Northampton team is yet, so just to clarify. But there is been changes, I think, from a club point of view. See, certain players have left their club at the end of last season, so and similar with us. So, but yeah, is there much relevance to it? Like, it's 12 months on, like, it's more what they've done in the competition in the round of 16 and the quarter-final, because again, even pre-Six Nations, there's certain things you can look at, but like the most recent history probably gives you the best insight. So, but there's always bits you're accumulating knowledge. Whether that's useful or not depends over a long period of time. So, in their last 16 game and their quarter-final game, obviously against Cast and Claremont, they put in two very, very strong performances at home. So, and we've seen some different players emerge for them as well during that time. So, listen, the beauty is the teams start to get to know each other a little bit better. So, whether that's good or bad, listen, we'll find out tomorrow afternoon.
I know you kind of touched on it with Justin as well, but finally, how important is it that you have big numbers here and big, I suppose, loud numbers here tomorrow to help you try to get to that final?
It's massive. It's been a very unusual season. Season like no other, as they say, because we played a number of games here, a lot of games here, and so the players have got used to the different layouts and the formats here as well, in terms of when it's full and when it's not quite full. So, but is there tickets left? EPCR?
The tickets left. There was someone looking at a capacity of 41,000.
There you go. So there are still tickets left, So it's a lovely day, I believe. So get out and support the team, please. We very much appreciate it.
Great, so go well.
Thank you.
Leo, to go back on the bench, you kind of spoke about the importance of finishing strong as well. Andrew Porter on the bench, you've kind of done this a few times in the season where you keep him in reserve and bring him on early enough. How much have you liked what you've kind of seen with that, what was an experiment at the time?
There's lots to like about it, exactly. If you think quarter-final game, he came on after 30 minutes, I think he might be scratching his head thinking it's 26-0, why am I getting taken off? But he took it in good spirits, thankfully. Listen, I think the lads know that it's about doing what's best for the team, so, and we think that's a nice combination. So, Keane is obviously an unbelievably versatile player, so if front rows were to get injured again later in the game, he has the ability to play 1, 2 and 3, which not many people have done over the course of in the game in recent times anyway. So he's pretty phenomenal individual, Keane. So we want to enjoy his time, him being part of the group, so unfortunately that will run out at some point, but he's been an amazing character for us as well. So the lads all love playing with him. And listen, hopefully he goes well and hopefully Andrew goes well as well, because listen, they're two exceptional individuals for us.
On Doherty, were you free to pick him, or was there a restriction?
Oh, this is top secret now, so there's Rory. This is maybe upset people, but I can't get into the ins and outs. But he could have got picked, yes. Everyone wants to know. It's like there's always bits in the background that go on.
You're only asking on behalf of your supporters.